helps you decide to design your pricing in the best possible manner. Module number 3 would be for the order and transfer management direct ship selling model, and module number 4 would be for the stock and transfer management for FBN sellers. However, the prerequisites of attending module number 3 and 4 would be module number 1 and 2 in order to understand the different selling models in detail. Once you have attended module number 3 or 4, depending on your selling model or noon, you will be requested to attend module number 5 for sales tracking and monitoring, where you understand how to track down your sales and also monitor your performance of your store. And the final session would be for the finance and reconciliation tool, where we discuss more about the financial overview of your company and the inventory overview for your store.
In today's session, we will cover the following topics. We will start by discussing how to manage the orders. This includes packing and creating the shipments, guidelines to pack the item, and the direct ship pick list option. Then we will understand how to create and manifest and hand over the shipments to Noon. Further, we will discuss how you can manage your returns. Going forward, we will understand how you can file for disputes and claims. Then finally, we will conclude the session by discussing some very important reports relating to the FBP selling model. But before that, we would discuss some important steps you need to complete before starting to fulfill your orders. The first step is how to add your app users to the Seller Lab. On the Seller Lab, click on the navigation bar button and then click on User and Access. You can add two types of users. First is the user access. You can grant someone user access, which allows them to log in to the Seller Lab. They can use either their email ID with OTP verification or their Noon.com account credentials for the login purpose. Then we have the project user. You can add someone as a project user. You will create their login using their name and user ID. You can set their password and how they log into the Seller Lab. After setting this up, you give them the login details so they can access their specific project. In order to add the user access, follow these simple steps. Under the user access section, click on user access. Click on add new. Provide the email ID of the person whom you want to add as a user access. Define their role, whether do you want to give them a viewer access or an admin access. Once you define that, just click on Save Changes and the user will be added as a user access. Then we have the project user. If in case you want to add someone as a project user, just click on the project user option. Click on Add New and fill up the necessary details, that is the display name. Let's suppose it's John. I want to give his email ID as John @ the email ID that is given here. I want to give him the account permission, whether I want him to be an admin or not. Then I want to give him the login option, whether I want him a password or I want to give him to log in with his phone number or with a QR code. I just have to select the necessary changes, click on Save Changes, and the user will be added as a project user for this particular project on the Seller Lab. So this is how you add the user access and the project users to the Seller Lab. Now let's discuss how to order the packing material. In order to order the packing material, you need to go back to the Seller Lab and follow these simple steps. On the Seller Lab, click on the navigation menu, go to Fulfilled by Partner, and then select Packaging Material. In the next page, you are redirected to select the location where you want the packing material to be delivered. Click on the Order Packing Material option, select the address, click on Continue, and then select the packing material. So whatever packing material you require, you can just choose it. Make sure to check the dimensions of the packing material, which are given right below the image itself. Add the packing material to your cart. Make sure to add the QRB label because without this you will not be able to create the shipment. So make sure that you add a QRB label. As for now, you'll be seeing some rates on the website, but that's just for the testing purpose and you're not getting charged for the packing material as it is completely free of charge. Click on continue to proceed order, confirm the details and then place the order. Once the items are placed, finally after reviewing the order, we will get the packing material delivered to you within 5 working days. Now the final step is to download and install the application to your Android phone or tablet to start processing your orders. Once the application is installed, you have multiple methods to log in to the application. You can log in using your phone number, WhatsApp, email address or QR code option. We recommend you to log in using your phone number, WhatsApp or email address as it is easier to log in with these options. If none of these methods work, you can use the QR code login method to log in into the application. We also have a Help Center article to show you how you can log in using each of these methods, which will be shared with you after this training session. This is the article we are talking about called Multiple Login Channels, which will show you how to generate your new QR codes, what are the application updates and feature, how to switch between accounts, and what are the different login options. So you can easily refer to this article and get an idea as to how you can log in into the supply chain external application for processing your orders. Before we get on with the order processing steps, we would like to advise you about the inventory health dashboard. We have a dashboard which can help you to easily maintain your price and stock easily for both the FBN and FBP selling model. The dashboard is called Inventory Health Dashboard, and to access this dashboard, you can simply follow these simple steps. Click on the navigation menu, click on Account Health and Performance, and then click on Inventory Health. You will notice 3 views on this dashboard. First is the pricing improvement. Pricing improvement indicates which SKUs are not price competitive or which are not winning the buy box. Then we have the FBP replenishment. This indicates the SKUs under the FBP selling model where the stock is either not available or is quickly going to be out of stock. You can easily update the stock from this option. Then we have the FBN replenishment. This view is for the stock you sell under the FBN selling model and it is out of stock. So you can use this dashboard to easily know what are the stocks going to be out of stock or which is the SKUs which are going to be out of stock, and you can work things accordingly. Let's start by discussing our first topic for today, which is order management. With the direct ship selling model, you will have the ability to process and pack your orders from your site. We will provide you with the order fulfillment application and the packing material which you can use to complete your orders. We offer 2 options to fulfill your orders. Seller who has regular number of orders, that is 20 plus or above, may accept orders directly from the direct ship option, which will show the full list of all your pending orders. Seller who have high number of orders, 80 and above, or have huge or multiple warehouses can simplify the process, where you need to activate FBP pick list, which is going to group the orders into auto-generated pick list, which can be downloaded from the Seller app and used in the picking stage before using the mobile app during the packing stage. Let's discuss the first option where you can accept the orders using the direct ship option on the mobile application. Select the store and the warehouse you want to fulfill the orders from and then click on direct ship. The next screen will show you the number of pending orders and the total number of items that you must fulfill. You need to specify your current capacity, that is how many orders you can process. Make sure you will manage your workflow accordingly. Then you need to set up your shipment type, which should always be urgent. This will prioritize your orders according to your processing time. Then click on Start button. You will have an option to search or scan, which will allow you to find the PSKU in any of your orders. You will be able to see your orders in Item View and Order View. Item View, this is where you can process bulky items, and in Order View, this will show you orders with multiple items. Please note that a job, the direct ship job that you start, will remain active for 2 hours. After that, it will close and all the orders will bounce back to the pending stage. Please remember, multiple jobs can be processed at the same time. Sellers who have high number of orders, 80 and above, or have huge or multiple warehouses can simplify the process, where you need to activate the FPP pick list, which is going to group the orders into auto-generated pick list, which can either be downloaded from the Seller Lab and used in the picking stage before using the mobile application during the packing stage. Picklist for direct ship is a summary of the pending orders that you have not accepted yet. Direct ship from picklist is a modification to the existing direct ship flow because it includes the grouping of orders into order generated picklist, which can be downloaded from the Seller Lab and used in the picking stage before using the mobile app for the packing stage. You can activate the picklist by just dropping an email to seller@noon.com. To access the direct ship picklist, follow these simple steps. Click on the navigation menu and in the FPP tab, select Direct Ship Picklist option to view the picklist created. You have two types of picklists which can be created based on the configuration. That is, then the lane capacity limit, which shows the maximum capacity of your warehouse. Then we have the periodic picklist. Periodic picklist will be created automatically every X minutes. That is how many minutes you are mentioning here. According to that number of minutes, the picklist will be generated. Set up your picklist period and the size limit, which is how many orders you want to see in a picklist, and then the lane capacity limit, which shows the maximum number of orders fulfilled in a warehouse. Once you click on update, the picklist will be generated accordingly. Once the picklist is created, you can view it directly from the application. Just click on Direct Ship from Picklist button, then select picklist you wish to work on. Mention the current capacity and then click on Start. This will show your orders in the item view and the order view, which you can start processing from your site. Now let's move ahead and discuss how to process your orders under the item view. You can fulfill the orders by following these simple steps. Select the orders you want to process. Review the product information and make sure to process the correct item. Click on Create Shipment. This opens the camera option on the application. Pack the item in Noon packaging and attach the AWB QR code on the package. Scan this QR code. This will create the shipment and the order will be processed. Now let's discuss how to process your orders under the order view. Click on Order View option. You will see the single item order view and the multiple item order view. Select the single item order view. Select the order you want to process. Review the product information and make sure to process the correct item. Then click on Seal Box. This opens the camera option on the application. Now, pack the item in Noon packaging and attach the AWB QR code on the package. Scan this QR code. This will create the shipment and the order will be processed. You will also notice the multiple item order view, which will show a list of orders with multiple items. You will follow the same steps to process the order. However, there will be an additional step of selecting the order and then selecting the items in the order you want to process. Then you click on Seal Box button and then confirm to scan the AWB number. This opens the camera option on the application. You will pack the item in the Noon packaging and attach the AWB QR code on the package. Then you will scan the QR code and this will create the shipment and the order will be successfully processed. There is an extra step to take in order to allow proper tracking of your items, which is to scan the serial number that is unique for that product. Most of the products have serial number on the box of the product, and this is always unique for each product, even it is identical product. Sometimes if you don't have serial number, generate it online and scan it only in scenarios where you don't have the serial number for the product. This step is helpful and is used for warranty claim verification. Products, it is shown on the product packaging as a scannable barcode. You will be required to scan serial number for high valued items for both short and bulky products. Serial number can be 14 to 18 characters number. You will find a field to scan the serial number. Click on the camera icon to show the pop-up. Then click on Scan Serial Number. Scan the serial number using the camera and then your serial number will show up on the screen. If the item requires a particular serial number pattern, an error message will appear if the number scanned doesn't match the pattern. We also have a Help Center article which explains to you about the quality control guidelines that you need to follow while processing your orders. You need to pack the correct product that the customer has ordered. This involves the correct brand, correct model, intact packaging, and the seal should be intact. Please avoid fulfilling the orders if they are not adhering to these guidelines, as this may result to the returns from the customer. We also have a Help Center article explaining you about the packing guidelines for direct ship. In this article, we explain you about the general packing guidelines with examples. Then we explain you how to pack the high value items. Then there are information about the category specific packaging material, that is what is required for each category, what sort of packing material you have to use. Please make sure whenever you're using or whenever you're packing the liquid packing material, you are applying a tape on the rim of the particular product, and the liquid sticker is a mandatory information that you have to apply on the product pack. Then if you further scroll down, you'll be able to see the application of QR code. So you will find situations where you will be seeing the packing material with pre-printed QRB label. So if you are having such packing material, do not apply another packing material that is QR code on separately on top of it. If this QR code is not working, you can apply another QR code on top of this particular one so that it is scanned properly. However, it should not be something like this. Duplicate QR code should not be pasted on the packaging. And if you further scroll down, we'll be showing you what are the dispute and resolution for non-delivered items. All this information will be given in this article. So we'll be sharing this article with you for more information in detail. You might find instances where you will need to cancel an order. Perhaps the stock is low or the price is incorrect. There will be a cancellation fee per item and according to the category you sell. When you want to cancel the item from an item view, just simply select the item you want to cancel, mark it as out of stock. Then click on Confirm to confirm the cancellation. Please note, sometimes you will get the error message that some items could not be marked as out of stock. This is because the item has been cancelled by the customer already. So in this scenario, the user can simply close the application, refresh it and open it again. Please note that any cancellation will be relevant and will be related to the cancellation rate based on the product category and the item that you are selling on Noon. So make sure that you do a thorough check before canceling any item. When you want to cancel the items from the order view, select the items you want to cancel and mark them as out of stock. Then you need to confirm it to move the items away from your list. Please note that sometimes you will get the error message that the items could not be marked as out of stock. This is because the item has already been cancelled by the customer. So in this scenario, the user can simply close the pick list itself from the open pick list screen. At any point, if you want to close your current job or session, you can keep them in pending status by clicking on the Force Close button on the top right corner, then confirm the process. Please note that once the job is closed, you need to sign out and wait for 10 to 15 minutes for the system to sync. Then the remaining pending orders will be showing up in your total order list. You also have an option to process your orders from the Seller Lab. In order to do so, you need to make some adjustment to your warehouse settings. To make these changes, click on the navigation menu, go to Fulfill by Partner, and then click on Warehouse. In order to make the changes to your warehouse, just search for the warehouse that you want to edit the details, and then click on the warehouse information. Then under Order Fulfillment and Handover Types, click on Edit and change the platform from mobile to web version. Then save settings. Now once you have updated the settings, you are good to go to start fulfilling your orders from the Seller Lab. In order to start processing your orders using DirectShip, click on the Fulfill by Partner and click on DirectShip. Select the warehouse with the web tag from the drop-down. This will show you all the pending orders that you have in your DirectShip orders. You have an option to mark the item as out of stock. You can minimize the option, and then you can click on Create Shipment. This will redirect you to the next page where you are requested to update your scan serial number. You can just click on Add Serial Number option, and this is an optional step. So you can just scroll down and click on Continue. Once you click on Continue, you'll be requested to add a shipment number. You can use a 2D barcode scanner to scan the AWB, or you can manually type in here and click on Create Shipment. Once the shipment is created, you will be notified about it, and then using the filter option, you can see the shipments that are being generated. So this will show you that the status has changed to shipment generated. Once the shipment is generated, initial status on the DirectShip page will show Pickup Requested. This means a pickup request is sent to Noon to assign an agent to collect the shipment. Noon assigns a delivery associate to collect the shipment, and the status changes to Pickup Assigned. You will now be able to see the contact details of the delivery agent who is assigned for collecting your shipment. Please note, any changes in the delivery agent's details will be updated on a real-time basis. Also, be informed if your handover preference is drop-off, you will be delivering the packed shipments to Noon Warehouse using your own logistics. We also have a Help Center article giving you a detailed picture of how you can fulfill your orders using the DirectShip web version. If you just click on how will the shipments be collected, this will show you how the delivery agent's details will be visible for you and how you can view them. So first, as we mentioned, it will be pickup requested, and once the pickup is assigned, it will be mentioning as pickup assigned, and the driver details will be visible for you. So you just have to click on driver details, and just you can call the contact number of the delivery associate or WhatsApp the driver to contact and coordinate your pickup. You now have an option to cancel your DirectShip orders from the Seller Lab. In order to do so, you just have to click on the navigation menu, go to Fulfilled by Partner and click on Direct Ship. You will see all your pending orders here. Just search for your product that you wish to cancel, or you just see the order number which you cancel. Click on the action button and click on out of stock. Once you click on out of stock, it will request for a confirmation. Confirm it and your cancellation will be completed. Please note that there will be a cancellation fee per item and according to the product category that you sell, and it will affect your seller rating. So please be careful when you are canceling an order. Now let's suppose you packed the order and the shipment was created, but you misplaced the order and you have the option to mark the item as lost if you don't have the stock available, or you can just reprint the AWB and process the order again if you have the additional stock available for the same product. Let's discuss how this can be done on the Seller Lab. On the Seller Lab, you just need to go to the Direct Ship option under FBP. Under the filter option, select shipment generated. You will see the shipment that you have generated. Click on action button and you will be able to mark the item as lost or reprint the AWB if you have the additional stock available for the same item to reprocess the order. However, marking the item as lost will still be considered as cancellation, and the cancellation rates will be charged as per your product category and the item that you sell on Noon. So please be careful when you do so.
This brings us to the next topic for today, which is transfer management. In this section, we will discuss how to create the manifest and then how you should hand over the items to Noon. First, we will discuss how to create the manifest details from the application. Make sure you create a manifest when the Noon delivery agent comes to collect the orders. You can create a manifest by following these simple steps. Click on Manifest app, then click on Create a new Giving Manifest by clicking on Giving. Scan the AWB QR code given by the DA or the QR code in the drop-off location to create a manifest number. Then enter the number of the total count of packages that will be in the manifest and then click on Continue. Once you click on Continue, the manifest will be created. You can click on the plus button and then click on View QR code. Show this QR code to the delivery agent who came to collect your shipments or to the warehouse team member if you are dropping off the shipments using your own logistics. You also have an option to edit the count you want to hand over to Noon. Simply follow these simple steps. Click on the plus button on the manifest page, then click on Edit Count. Enter the correct count of the shipments and then click on Update. A manifest can be closed only if the number you entered matches the number of packages scanned by the Noon delivery associate. You can also create the manifest to hand over the items directly from the Seller Lab. In order to create it, just follow these simple steps. Go to the navigation menu, go to Fulfilled by Partner and click on Direct Ship. In the Direct Ship tab, just select the warehouse from where you want to hand over the items. Filter out all the shipments generated and then click on the Manifest button. This will open up a new window where you will be seeing the number of pending handovers that are still pending to be handed over to Noon, and then there will be a button called Create Manifest. Click on Create Manifest button. This will open up a pop-up where you just need to click on Save Changes to create a manifest. We also have a Help Center article called Direct Ship Order Fulfillment, where we show you a complete explanation of how the manifest works or how it has to be created. Just click on this button and it will redirect you to a step-by-step procedure of how you can create a manifest. Once the manifest is created, you will be seeing an information something like this, and you will have an option to print the QR code. This will open up a pop-up where you can just show the QR code to the delivery agent who is coming to collect the item, or you can just take a printout of this particular QR code
and show it to the warehouse team if you are dropping off the item using your own logistics. You also have an option to edit the counts in the manifest by just clicking on this edit button. This will open up a pop-up where you can edit the number of shipments that you want to hand over and click on Save Changes to update the count in the manifest. Now we can discuss the return management. As you know, Noon gives the customer the option to return purchased items within 15 days. Any customer returns are brought back to the Noon warehouse and are submitted to a quality check. NDR products will be returned back to your warehouse with their original Noon packaging. First, let's discuss the types of returns. There are primarily two types of returns. Undelivered orders, when the customer cancels the order or when Noon is unable to locate or reach the customer. Then we have the customer initiated returns, CIRs, where Noon gives the option to return the products within 15 days for returnable categories only. As we mentioned earlier, all returns will be submitted for a quality check upon arrival to Noon warehouse. If the products will pass the quality check, products are returned to stock and ready for resale. Products that are damaged will be given a grade according to their condition, and the seller will be compensated according to the damage that was caused. The compensation will appear on the seller lab and on the Noon fees invoices as damage return fee. These graded products will be returned back to the partners. As you can see, these are the grades assigned to the return depending on the damage caused to the product. Compensation is calculated on your product price, excluding Noon fees and commission. We will go through the process once we move to the seller lab. Partners who choose to sell their products using DirectShip FBP, you have two ways to retrieve undelivered, returned, and graded items. We have a Help Center article which gives a detail of the confiscation policy, grading policy, inventory removal process, RTV guidelines, and the dispute and claim resolution policy. You can refer to this article for more details. The next slide shows a detailed process to be followed depending on the RTV retrieval mode that you use, either delivery to your return default warehouse or pickup from Noon Hub. Let's discuss how the RTV works if your preference is to pick up the item from Noon warehouse. Once the RTV is ready for collection, you will be notified over the email about the RTV which is ready for collection. You will have 10 business days to collect the item from the Noon Hub from the date of notification. If in case you are not able to collect the item, then you need to send in a request to Noon to deliver the item to your warehouse within 5 working days from the date of notification. In the end, if you haven't collected the item or requested for it to be delivered within this timeline, Noon will immediately confiscate the item and you will no longer be able to claim the products, as Noon will liquidate the items. Let's discuss how the RTV works if your preference is to get the item delivered to your warehouse. Once the RTV is ready for delivery, you will be notified over the email about the RTV being ready for delivery. We will then attempt the delivery of the RTV within 14 days of the date of notification to your designated location. If the first attempt fails or you are not available for collecting the RTV, you can request for the second delivery attempt within 7 business days of the first failed delivery attempt. In the end, if you don't receive the item within this timeline, Noon will immediately confiscate the item and you will no longer be able to claim the item, as Noon will liquidate it. Now let's move and discuss how you can accept the returns using the mobile application. Any NDR returns will arrive back to the partner in the same packaging within 24 to 48 hours. Customer returns will process the normal way. The products will arrive to Noon warehouse, then it will be sent back to the partner as RTV. RTV must be accepted using the mobile application. Please note, partner cannot accept any return manifest if there are any pending giving manifest. Same applies the other way. That is, you cannot generate a giving manifest if there are any open return manifest. For you to accept the returns, please go to the Manifest app, then select the Receiving tab. Scan the manifest QR code, ask the DA to provide that for you from his device. The app will get you the manifest entity page. Then you can click on Accept Manifest and then confirm it. Click on Begin Unpacking and start scanning the packages one by one. For you to close the manifest, click on the plus sign and then select Complete Packing to close the manifest. If you find any NDR damaged returns, you need to report it over the mobile application and then raise the dispute on the Seller Lab. Once you are done scanning the AWB, you need to click on the plus sign and click on Report Damage Package option. You will be requested to capture few photos. Then you need to click on this button. And on the next page, you will be requested to upload few photos. You can add maximum up to 2 pictures. When you are done uploading the images, click on Submit Report after reporting the damaged item. You can now process the customer returns directly from the Seller Lab. In order to do so, you just have to click on the navigation menu, go to Fulfilled by Partner and click on Customer Returns. This will redirect you to the Customer Returns dashboard, which will be giving you the information about all the returns that you have received from the customer. You'll be able to see different statuses, that is pickup authorized. You will have 6 hours from the time of return creation to contact the customer. If you fail to contact the customer, Noon will authorize the pickup of the item to be delivered back to you. Then we have the pending action, which means the action is pending from your side. Completed will show you the items where you have already refunded the customer. Resolved are those issues where you have contacted the customer and resolved the issue of the customer by offering some partial refund or some technical advice. And then we have the closed status, which will give you the information of all the returns that has been closed from the customer's side. Now let's discuss what exactly will you be able to see when you click on the View Details option. When you click on the View Details button, it will redirect you to this page where you will be able to see the return details of the item. You'll be able to see the item details, return information, customer images, and the pre-pickup quality check questions answered by the customer. Once you have clicked on Issue Refund, it will redirect you to this page where you will be able to see the reason of the return, return summary, refund amount, refund details, and you just have to click on Issue Full Refund and click on Submit Refund to refund the customer directly from the Seller Lab. You can also leave a comment to the customer informing that the refund, so the returns can be easily done from the Seller Lab directly, and it will ease up your return process. Let us now discuss how you can create a dispute from the Seller Lab. Please note, you need to make sure to create the dispute within 14 days from the moment you receive the item, because after 14 days, the dispute option or the dispute button will be deactivated on the Seller Lab. Once you have reported the damage for NDR returns, you need to make sure to raise a dispute within 14 days. In order to raise a dispute, you just need to go to the navigation menu, click on Fulfilled by Partner and click on Transfers. Here you will be able to see all the returns that you have received from the customer, and you will see a button called Create Dispute. Clicking on this button will open up a pop-up where you need to update all the information, that is the return of the reason of the dispute, short description of the issue, and the images. Once you submit the dispute, you just need to come to the dispute request option and you can check here the status of your dispute. You will be able to see the different statuses are rejected, accepted, or reappeal rejected. By clicking on the dispute number, this will redirect you to the details of the dispute that you have raised. So you can directly raise a dispute from the Seller Lab for NDR returns. You can also raise a dispute for the customer initiated returns if you find any issue with the item that has been returned back from the customer. In order to raise a dispute, you just need to click on View Details, which will take you to the Details option, and you will have an option to file a new claim. Clicking on this button will open up a pop-up where again you have to fill up the information about the reason for the dispute, short description of the issue, and the images of the item. Once you have submitted the dispute, you can come back again to the same page and you will be able to see the See Claim Details option, and by clicking on this button you will be able to see the status of the claim. When it was rejected, who closed it, what is the amount, what is the solution, and all other information. So you can raise the dispute directly from the customer initiated returns from the Seller Lab. Now let's move ahead and discuss the return reduction dashboard. This dashboard helps you understand the most common return reasons that are controllable by seller. In order to access the return reduction dashboard, you can follow these simple steps. Click on the navigation menu, go to Account Health and Performance, and click on Return Reduction Dashboard. This dashboard will give you information for the past 90 days by default. It will also show you all the seller controllable returns in percentage and value. You can see the product classification based on the number of classifications for the SKUs, that is very poor, poor, fair, unassessed, and all products. Very poor are the products which are experiencing intolerable return rates, which require immediate corrective actions from your side. Then we have the poor products which are experiencing concerning return rates and requires monitoring and possible corrective actions. Then we have the fair products that are well within the expected return rates. Then we have something called unassessed. Unassessed products don't have enough deliveries to be classified as to which classification it belongs. Then we have the all products, which is a number of products that has received at least one return in the past 90 days. Then if you further scroll down, you will be able to see the details of the return in a form of a pie chart. And if you further scroll down, you'll be able to see all the return product that you have received in the past 90 days. So this dashboard will give you a complete picture of all the returns that you are receiving, and you will be able to take the corrective action for products that are receiving more returns. You have full access to generate your reports from the Seller Lab. Various reports will help you understand which orders are pending, then it will also give you the manifest details and much more information. Now let's discuss how to generate the report on the Seller Lab. In order to download any report relating to the FPP selling model, just follow these simple steps. Click on the navigation menu, go to Fulfill by Partner, and then go to Reports. In the next page, you will find an option to generate report. Click on it. Once you click on it, you can select the category, that is what type of report you want to download, select the report, select the start date and end date, and then click on OK. This will process your request, and once it is ready, you can just click on download to export the report as an Excel file. Now let's move ahead and discuss what other reports do we have. The Fulfilled by Partner report provides comprehensive details of all direct ship orders. It includes essential information such as the inbound manifest number, order status, return details, and dispute information. This report offers you a complete overview of direct ship orders allowing efficient tracking and management. The downloaded report will be an Excel file and it will give you the following information. That is, the inbound manifest number, the manifest that you create when handing over the items to the Noon warehouse. That is the manifest number here given here. Then the shipment number, when did you hand over the item to Noon? What was the inbound type? It is direct ship in this regard. Then you will be seeing the country code. You will be noticing if the item was cancelled in the last 24 hours. Then you will have the target ship date, and then you will be seeing the order created date. So this is when you received the order and this is when the order was shipped. Then the last column will show you the recorded time stamp and give you the information about when the item was shipped. So this report gives you the information of all the pending orders that are yet to be handed over to Noon. The direct ship not manifested report shows shipment that are created but not yet manifested. It provides key details like shipment number, warehouse code, quantities. Use this report to stay on top of pending shipments and ensure timely handover to Noon Delivery Associates. The downloaded Excel file will give you the shipment number, the warehouse code, that is Noon warehouse code. Then you will be seeing the partner warehouse code, country code, username of the person who created the shipment, how many quantity has been created, and when was the quantity or the shipment created, the date stamp. So this will give you all the information of the shipment that has to be manifested. The warranty promise that you offer our customers will encourage them to buy your products with all confidence, trust you as a seller, and also the brands that you sell. Customer will always have the option to return the items back to Noon for warranty claims, and the seller is responsible for ensuring the repairs. Customers will always have the option to return items back to Noon for warranty claims, and the seller is responsible for ensuring the repairs of the item within 14 days as per the consumer protection law. The following process details all the steps that you need to be taken care of for successful management of warranty claims. Seller must perform an item diagnosis within 3 days from receiving it. If it was deducted that the damage caused to the item was done by the customer, the seller must send Noon an email inclusive of the technical report within 3 business days and the date they can hand over the item so in order to schedule the pickup. The seller must print 2 copies of the technical report. Noon will then collect the item and a copy of the technical report as per the agreed pickup schedule with the seller, and then we will deliver the item back to the customer. It has mandatory to provide a copy of the technical report as the pickup won't be completed without it. The second copy of the technical report will be signed by the Noon delivery associate and should remain with the seller as a proof of handover so that they can use it as a mandatory document to raise disputes. All the warranty claim communication will be done only through the email, so make sure that your email is updated.
Hello, Noon Partners. Thank you for attending today's training session.